Hello students. I am making this video to show you how I finish round one of the brioche project, whether it's the cowl or the hat. I'm almost at the end of my round one. This dark purple is my main color and the light color, lavender color, is my contrasting color. And so I am finishing round one right now, and I'm making this video because some people have had a lot of trouble with this project in particular, and I think you especially are having difficulty with the transition from completing round one and beginning round two. So that's what I'm going to show you. The other thing is I think more of the I think among people who are having a lot of trouble, I think if you carry the yarn in your right hand, you're finding it a little more challenging than people carrying it in your left hand because the yarn's coming from a different place. So I'm going to show you this coming from a right hand carry. So that would be a thrower or a English style knitter. Okay, so I am going to show you the last couple of rounds of round one here. And so here we go. The last thing that's been done was a slip stitch, and my yarn is in front right now, and the next stitch is going to be a brioche knit. So my needle goes in to the main knit stitch and the yarn over right there, and now I'm going to brioche knit in, wrapping my yarn over, bringing it through. And now that I've done that, because the yarn was in front, I've done a yarn over for the previous slipped stitch. So I'm going to do it again. After my knit, my yarn comes forward in front of the needle. I slip the next stitch and I brioche knit. The yarn's forward. And I slip, and this is the last stitch, and I'm just gonna leave the yarn. This might be confusing some of you. The last stitch is a slipped stitch with a yarn over, so I'm just leaving this main color here. I could leave the main color here, or I could leave the main color hanging out here, because I'm going, when I'm finished round two and it's time to come back and brioche purl this guy, I might not see its partner, so I have to pick it up, put it over the needle, pick it up, put it over the needle, and brioche purl them together on the next round. So for now, I've just completed round one. I'm going to slip my marker, and I'm going to slip my marker, and I'm going to now, I like to keep the main color out of the way after that round is complete. Now I'm going to pick up contrasting color. And if you're a left-hand carrier, you might be doing it this way, which is one option. I am going to slip this stitch and create a yarn over. If I'm carrying with my left hand, I might just pop that in front, and then I scoop them up at the same time. My yarn comes forward, and I brioche purl both of those guys together. I'm going to do that again. My yarn is over the needle. I slip them both. I bring the yarn forward. I brioche purl. Now I'm going to show you that as if I'm carrying it with my right hand. So the purl has been done, the brioche purl. So my yarn is here because I just purled. I'm going to slip the stitch, bring the yarn over the needle to the back. Sorry, it's awkward because I'm just want to not block the camera with my hand. So I'm bringing the yarn over to the back and in front, holding it. So I've wrapped it around the needle, and now I go in, my yarn's in front, and I brioche purl. Whoop, I'm gonna show you with my left hand. Brioche purl, both of them. Doing it again. The yarn's already in front from that last purl. I slip this stitch, and then the yarn goes over the needle to the back, it comes around the front, and that's how I've created that yarn over. And now I brioche purl. So I want you to notice that the yarn over is in the correct position when it starts in front of that slip stitch. There it is. And it ends after that slip stitch. So it is draped across this. It doesn't matter if that yarn over is sitting next to it on the needle or if it's on top of it. Both of those are fine as long as that yarn over is beginning before the slip stitch and ending after the slip stitch. If you do a yarn over first before slipping, it might end. If you do a yarn over and then slip this, it's not going to look right, because then when you go to purl, it's going to create a line across the bottom here. And we don't want that. If you don't slip yarn over and you slip first and then you do a yarn over purl, here we go. Whoop, there. It can capture everything as long as the yarn's coming from before. Come on. My camera is very finicky. There we go. As long as you see it coming from before and ending after. Okay? So I'm going to do a couple more of the yarn over and the slip stitch with the yarn over and purl here. I'm slipping it. My yarn is in front because it was purled before. I slip that next stitch, and then that yarn, I have to show you with my left hand, that yarn comes over the needle to the back and is in front again in position for the brioche purl. Okay, because I carry it often with my left hand, what would I do? I would slip the stitch, wrap it, wrap it, and purl. Okay, or I would hold it in my left knitting position. I would slip them like that, bring it forward, and I'm in position to purl. I'm going to do it again. This is how I do it. I slip them together, the yarn comes forward, and I purl. Now, I'm very comfortable doing it this way so it goes fast, but I have to say I think it is a really efficient way, especially when you're purling. My hand's right here. The yarn is right there. There's not a lot of movement with that. And I think of it like honestly, kind of like a sandwich. Like this is my pair, and then this is my next step. And I just go around back again and again. This is my pair, and this is the purl. Okay, so by doing that, I can work things as a pair. Scoop, because every single stitch gets its yarn over. And because I'm working with my contrasting color, I'm never going to knit. I'm only going to purl stitches. My main color does brioche knits, but the contrasting color is only doing brioche purls. It's doing yarn over, slipping, and brioche purls. Okie dokie. So that is hopefully helpful for those of you who are having this a challenge. I'm going to do one more video showing how I am doing the bind off for those of you who are doing a cowl and not doing the hat shaping. Okie doke. Thank you.